It's showtime.
What's up guys, Django Fett here, and today I'm doing a review of the 6-inch Star Wars Darth Revan Black Series figure. And before I actually do my unboxing / review of this figure, I want to talk about this a little bit more in detail and kind of my problem that I have with the Black Series figures. Not as a whole, it's just the release dates that I have a problem with. So if you want to skip to my actual unboxing and review and probably skip this monotonous, I'll put a time right here. Just go to this time and skip to the unboxing. With that being said, let's talk about this. So Darth Revan, I've been anticipating this figure to be coming out for quite some time, and due to 2 years ago, this figure was voted as the #1 figure to come out for the next Black Series wave. The wave would be, let's see, Princess Leia Organa, AT-AT Driver, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Snowtrooper, Darth Revan, and Sabine Wren. So Darth Revan was voted #1 with Sabine Wren, which was the new EU, new Disney stuff. Definitely Disney wanted that to be the next Black Series figure, but it actually ended up being #2. So with Darth Revan, it definitely became #1 and people grabbed it instantly. And #2, they actually had a runner-up, and it kind of seems cheating in my opinion, was Sabine Wren. So they ended up actually just having her, who was the runner-up, because Disney had to promote their stuff. But anyway, so the EU won in the end, and Darth Revan won that battle. And I'm pretty excited for that. But the problem I have with the release dates for, this wave in total, the release date was kind of iffy. There was not really any confirmed release date. It was just online and at various stores. And in my state, in which I've looked at dozens and dozens and dozens of stores for quite a long time, I could not find a single figure from that wave in any of the stores. Let me make that correction. I did see Leia Organa and Sabine Wren, but as for the rest, nothing. And Revan, that's the most anticipated. That's the one I wanted to get with a passion. Could not find that for the life of me. So I was really pissed off for that. And Revan on Amazon ended up being like 40, 30 to 50 bucks online. He ended up varying quite a bit, and the pre-orders were gone instantly. I know my friend just showed me just recently with Revan being the #1 toy bought on Amazon. That's saying a lot. For some reason, #2 was like Alduin, the Skyrim figure. I don't know why. But yeah, #1 was Darth Revan, and that shows a lot, especially on Amazon. Wow. But Revan won, thankfully, and I'm just, all throughout the year, even in the stores, it came out like February of last year, and even throughout the rest of that year, I could not find it for the life of me. Not even, just not Revan at all. I've been dying for him, looked at GameStops, Best Buys, and, not Best Buys, Toys R Us, and all these different stores, could not find him. And it just left me just really disappointed with Disney and how they treated this lineup as a whole, and treated this figure with no respect, and just ended up being sold out without a doubt. But the fact that it wasn't like really in stores in my places, in my state or any other states that I've looked at, that's not a good sign. That's not really a good sign at all. I know people in various states have found it, but like for me, I was just really disappointed that I couldn't even find it in any store whatsoever. Maybe I was just being lazy, maybe it was some other factors due to it, but not even in a single store that I've went to, and I've went to dozens and dozens of stores, and I just find that bad business overall. It's definitely not worse than the NES Classic on how Nintendo did that, but it's definitely up there for sure. Now, Jaina Solo did win last year's voting contest for the next Black Series wave. I hope she doesn't end up being like Darth Revan in this wave and just completely gets sold out and becomes extremely hard to find. I just hope that's not the case, and Disney, please treat this with more respect this time around. I just ended up finding this Darth Revan figure. My friend, shout out to him, Alex Starr, aka Edward, he actually ended up sending me the link to the Hasbro website, and I actually just bought him right away. And he looks like he's actually available right now too. He's on the Hasbro website. Buy him online as soon as possible because he will become sold out like quickly, like super quickly. And the thing is, he'll end up being probably like in your region, it'll probably be like 30 bucks probably. It's 20 bucks, it's probably going to be with extra shipping, it's probably going to be 30 bucks altogether, but trust me, it's freaking worth it. Definitely get him as soon as possible because right now, online, he's going to be like 40, 50 to $60. I've even seen them $60, and it's just like, it's ridiculous, man. It's just such a high demand, and they just didn't do a good job when releasing this figure. And I hope they don't do the same thing with Jaina Solo, because if they do that again, I'm not gonna be a happy camper, man. I'm already pretty pissed off with the Revan situation. I just hope that the Jaina one doesn't end up being like the same thing. Okay, so that's my rant. That's my 2 cents on this sort of situation and controversy with this figure. But other people out there might not feel the same. They probably not have that same controversy that I have. But in my opinion, I think this is kind of a messy situation that Disney has done with this lineup. With that being said, let's do the unboxing and review because I want to take a look at this guy and show you guys what he looks like. Hey guys, sorry for the technical difficulties. Camera didn't work at the time, but I took him out of the box. I got a nice background in the back. See the Darth Revan right here in the front of the box. And then on the back, hopefully this adjusts this time, Darth Revan. The enigmatic former hero of the Jedi Civil War, Darth Revan continued to play a pivotal role in the ongoing war between the Sith Empire and the Galactic Republic. The rest of this is in different languages, but there is a little description on the top, so that's all we need to see, and this is the 34th figure. So that is pretty much it. I already took him out of the box, as you can see right here. Oh my goodness. Okay, finally adjusted, and as you can see, the mask is a Mandalorian mask, as you can see right here. If you read from the comics, you know what I mean. And a nice little cowl on the front. Plastic. Really like it. It's not flexible. I think his head is not flexible. Yep, his head is just stationary, doesn't really move at all. Then we can look down below. We can see this crazy design for a belt. Looks really nice. And then we have like the skirt going along down below, and this is like a thin, like woven cloth almost. Yeah, it's cloth. This is plastic right here, this red piece, and this is cloth right here. And then hopefully adjust in the back. Okay, and then the cape actually is a cloth as well, and for some reason it just goes here to there. It doesn't really go outward to over here, because I'm seeing it goes to the armpit here, but it doesn't go here. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Maybe he's meant to have a shorter cape, but I would think his cape would extend up to here. That's a minor gripe, but could have been better. And then we have his gauntlets right here. Looks really good. Almost like a gold brown color. Same with this color right here on the front of his chest. Gold brown. And his articulation for his wrists. Articulation for his elbow. Not bad. Pretty standard. For his arm. Pretty important. Articulation is very important. Doesn't extend outward. Just goes inward. Doesn't go outward any more than that point. And like that. Just demonstrating the articulation right now. Articulation is very important in action figures. With his feet, really cool design for his feet. You can see a ball joint right here.
ball joint on his feet. Very nice. Some figures I've seen, not for the Black Series, but I've seen like the toes being articulated too, which is pretty crazy. Even just to think about it now, pretty crazy to think about. But I mean, it's pretty standard to have a ball joint for his feet, and I do like that a lot. So it's pretty goes everywhere. Hopefully this is very loose right here, this piece. This is pretty solid. This is very loose, not a fan of that. Hopefully it just stands up upright and has no issues, but hopefully that's not the case where it doesn't have any issues. And we can see up his skirt, and you can see like this armor going up. Looks pretty cool. Actually, that's not armor, that's like a leather pant piece right here. This part is still the boot armor part, which looks really good. And same with this part too, that's the leather pant part. Looks really good. So overall, does look like he is having a little trouble standing, but there he is right there. See, he's having a little bit of trouble standing, as you can see. I think that one foot is really becoming an issue. But we do have his two lightsabers right here. We have the purple and the red. But as you can see, the purple lightsaber is much larger, has a larger hilt than the red lightsaber. And I do like the purple lightsaber design quite a bit. And the red lightsaber looks pretty cool too. So I'm going to put these lightsabers on Revan and see how he looks. Okay, there he is with the lightsabers. This one's a little bent, I think the purple and red. These get easily bendable, so be careful with the lightsabers. And they look pretty cool, man. They look really good on the figure overall. So there we have Darth Revan, and he looks pretty badass, man. Overall, I'm really impressed with the figure. I'm so glad that he won that contest about 2 years ago for that Fan's Choice. I'm really glad that I have this figure in my collection now, as Revan is one of my favorite Sith Lord / Jedi of all time. I freaking love this guy to death, and I'm a huge fan of Knights of the Republic, that being my favorite game of all time. So that is the figure, guys. At the end, I'm going to post some pictures and just some other different dynamic poses for Revan. So don't forget to please like this video, comment down below, tell me what you think of the Revan figure in the comment section below, and tell me if you're going to grab this figure as well. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Django Fett, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!